I'm Dr. Zach Eater with Advanta Seeds, and I'm the U.S. Technology Development Manager. Today we're going to be talking about two really innovative technologies we're bringing to the grain sorghum market, as well as some really exciting products that we're introducing this coming year. So the first we want to talk about is our aphix technology. Since the introduction of the sugarcane aphid, we have seen drastic changes in how we produce grain sorghum. An Advanta's solution to that is to bring industry-leading tolerant hybrids to the marketplace. Our aphix lineup clearly designates which hybrids have the highest level of sugarcane aphid tolerance, and we feel are the industry leader in that category. Our category is led off with the AG 1203, which is our nationwide leading seller. It is an absolute phenomenal product for the South Texas market and going up throughout most of the U.S. It is a 63-day to mid-bloom hybrid with bronze grain, great yield potential through drought and on moderate irrigation. It is a product that you can trust to produce in the toughest times, as well as produce a bumper crop when the environment provides. The aphix lineup provides a very strong tolerance to the sugarcane aphid. Now, this is not a resistance, this is tolerance. So it's very important to realize that this natural occurring defense mechanism in these plants is going to slow down the infestation rate, largely prevent it, but there's still going to be some opportunities for the aphids to reproduce on it. But this is going to provide flexibility in your production cycle, give you a larger window to spray your insecticides if you need, and in not high populations, it'll allow you to get through the entire season without an insecticide application. So it's a very valuable tool that we're going to continue to expand within the Alta lineup. The next hybrid over here is a new experimental that we're introducing to this market, and that's XG 9127. It is another aphid tolerant hybrid in our aphix lineup. It is a 63-day red grain hybrid, extremely tough for tough dry land conditions, and it is going to be a top-end yielder in this dry land market. Really excited about it, and we look to broaden this early market, early hybrid market. Another hybrid we have here is ADV G2106. This is an exciting product we introduced a couple years ago. It is about a 62-day to mid-bloom hybrid. It's a little faster than many of the products on the markets, but it regularly out-yields its maturity class. It's a very tough hybrid. It has very strong Australian genetics that we've brought in through our global germplasm program that brings a lot of drought tolerance and a lot of hardiness to stand through even our toughest seasons. So when you're looking for a dry land short season hybrid, 2106 is an excellent selection for you. It'll also yield in those tough environments against some of the fuller seasons. So again, it's a moderate sugarcane aphid tolerant hybrid at 62 days to mid-bloom, red grain. An exciting experimental that we have coming onto the market is the XG256. This was just advanced into our commercial lineup going into next year, so we're going to be really excited to see this one available next year. It is a 65-day to mid-bloom hybrid, exceptional yield potential. It's going to be a top 10% yield potential in this region. Outstanding yield, great standability, exceptional head size, and a moderate sugarcane aphid tolerance to it. So ADV G2275 has been a great addition to our lineup over the last couple of years for this region here from Corpus south. It is a 66-day to mid-bloom bronze hybrid that has exceptional exertion out of the flag leaf, even in tough dry land conditions. So it's one that you can trust is going to get that head out of that leaf and have very good harvestability. It has great stay green and moderate sugarcane aphid tolerance, making it an all-around package for growers in this region. This is a hybrid where we see our best agronomic performance in a population that we bump about 5%, 5 to 10% over the standards in this region. It does very well in terms of threshability. We have routinely had growers come back to this hybrid because of the way it harvests. It harvests exceptionally clean. It stands through just about any kind of conditions we've thrown it in this region. as well as having that great stay green, so its standability is phenomenal. So again, 2275 is an excellent medium hybrid for us at 66 days to mid-bloom. ADV G3189 is a medium late aphid tolerant hybrid for us. It is in our Aphix lineup. It's our full season offering for this region. 68 days to mid-bloom, bronze grain, just exceptional grain filling period. It will bloom out a little bit earlier than many of the other medium lates in this market, but its grain fill period is very long. Great exertion out of the flag leaf. It has just been a tremendous performer for us, not only here on our irrigated plot that we're looking at, but even on our dryland plots. This is a product that has just been introduced this year for the 2020 growing season. Very strong aphid tolerant. It travels exceptionally well from the border all the way up into the Kansas market. So it has a very broad adaptability and great yield potential. It's going to have a little bit tighter of a head than some of our other products in the lineup, but it does exceptionally well in terms of overall performance. So this is one we really need to be checking out in this market as we try to get those higher yield potential acres on grain sorghum. So another experimental we have is XG224. The 224, this is a 69-day full season hybrid with exceptional yield potential. This is a product that will be moving into our commercial lineup in the coming years. Moderate sugarcane aphid tolerance, but what really sets this apart is the elite yield potential that we have for this particular genetics right here. This will be a player in the South Texas market for those more productive ground, more productive acres that we have. Again, moderate sugarcane aphid tolerance, exceptional yield potential. Really exciting to add something of this caliber to our lineup and to see where it goes from here. So we've talked a lot about Aphix. We've talked a lot about some exciting products, but the biggest thing we want to talk about is our new iGrowth program. And if you come with me, we'll take a look. And next, I'm excited to be talking to you about our iGrowth herbicide tolerant sorghum. This is a program that has been in development for many years and finally coming to commercial launch here in the US. We've launched this product in Australia, Argentina, and many other grain sorghum growing regions of the world. This is going to allow farmers to have a pre or post application of a grass and broadleaf herbicide in season. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 of our hybrids that we're going to be moving into a commercial launch coming this year, as well as talking about the new developments and where you can find more information as we go through the summer. We're going to have many opportunities for webinars, field days, and hands-on learning before we get into our fall season and then into next year's planting season. So first, let's talk about some hybrids. The first hybrid we have here is 1142. This is a 62-day to mid-bloom hybrid. It's a red grain, excellent yield potential, strong on dry land. This is a product that we have been testing in this market for about 4 years now, so we have a strong understanding of its performance potential. This is going to be a hybrid that does really well even when you narrow up the rows. It is broadly adaptable throughout the Texas grain sorghum belt. So throughout the coastal bend, 1142 is going to be a great hybrid for you, but it's also going to bring you a nice addition with the iGrowth technology, which is going to allow you to have that herbicide window later in the season. The next hybrid we have for you is a little bit longer season, 2177. This is a 64-day to mid-bloom red grain hybrid. Excellent potential, yield potential for its maturity class. It's going to be a broadly adapted hybrid throughout the Gulf Coast and South Texas region. Great yield potential, very strong yielding in dryland conditions, as well as some moderate sugarcane aphid tolerance. It's an excellent product for you to dip your toe into our new iGrowth technology and try it out on whether it's marginal ground or on your better ground. The next product that we have is our 2168. This is a little bit longer season than the previous 2 products we've looked at. It's right at 65, 66 days to mid-bloom. That maturity is going to give you a little bit more yield potential on these products. Great on dry land conditions, but really shines when you have better productive ground for it. Very strong standability, good head exertion, and a nice head size. This is a product that we're really excited to be bringing to the market because we feel it's going to bring not only the herbicide technology, but great yield potential for this market. 2193 is another medium maturity hybrid we are launching in our iGrowth lineup. This is going to be about 66 days to mid-bloom. It's broadly adaptable, and you've heard that a lot from the lineup. So a lot of these iGrowth hybrids are going to be broadly adaptable. They're going to have a big, wide fit. As we bring more products into the lineup, we're going to really dial in on certain geographic and regional environments. But the 2193, great yield potential. It's going to be a strong contender on more productive ground. It will yield through on dry land. We have trials here in the Lyford area on some tough dry land conditions, and it's proven to be a really tough hybrid for us. Overall, it's going to be our second generation and introduction of this technology. So this is going to be one that we have limited availability next year of, but all the other hybrids we're going to have a lot more availability of. But this is one that you're going to see in our trials next year as well as this year, but also see it in some public land grant trials with Texas A&M. This next hybrid we have is G1120. This is a earlier hybrid for us. It's about 60 to 61 days to mid-bloom in this environment. Very tall, big exertion out of the flag leaf here on this high production, limited irrigation ground. So it does get a little bit taller in this environment, but the grain head is semi-compact. It's red grain. It's very tough on dry land as well. We have it in our dry land plot here in the Lyford and Coastal Bend regions. What's exciting about this one, just like our 2106 comes out of some of our Australian genetics, bringing a tremendous drought tolerant package. The 1120 also comes from some parent lines we've been working with out of our Australian breeding program that bring a tremendous drought tolerant product to our market, as well as bringing a very vibrant red color grain for those that are really looking for a product like that. This is one that's going to be broadly adapted from Tamaulipas, Mexico, all the way up the coast and into central Texas. This is going to be an exciting product for us going forward to be introducing the iGrowth technology. So what we have is 5 products here, and these are our first generation into the US market. But what we need to keep our eye on is that each generation that comes after it is only going to get better and better. So we encourage you to go out this next year to try this seed out, get it on your farm so you feel comfortable with these products. We're going to have plenty of data to show yield potential as well as overall herbicide program performance going forward. But always know that this is the future for sorghum, to have a herbicide tolerant component to the hybrids. So we're going to have many more developments coming forward. And finally, I just want to encourage you, as we go through the summer, we're going to have many opportunities for you to get out in the field, see these products for yourself, and get your eyes on how the herbicide program works as well as the hybrid's performance. And coming on July 8th, we're going to be having our online webinar field day, virtual field day, featuring all of the iGrowth components. We're going to be working with our parent company, UPL, who is our herbicide partner in all of this. They are the 5th largest agricultural company in the world, so they have a tremendous understanding of herbicides and this market. So they're going to provide a lot of expertise. So tune into this webinar, our Sorghum Frontiers webinar in a partnership with High Plains Journal on July 8th, and we'll be showcasing all of the hybrids, all of the herbicide programs, as well as all the other products we've talked about today and how they compare to one another. And with that, I really appreciate your time. I know this is a trying change, having the virtual field days rather than coming out in person, but we're really excited to try something new here with Texas Agriscience and really get our message out there so you can participate even whenever you're not able to be in person. So with that, I'm Dr. Zach Eater with Advanta Seeds, and thank you for your time.